In the heart of China's sprawling megacities, a quiet revolution is unfolding on the streets. It's a revolution not just of clean energy, but of sound, replacing the city's diesel roar with a near inaudible hum. It moves millions daily, powered by a technology that seems to defy the limits of what we thought was possible for electric vehicles. While the world grapples with EV range anxiety and long charging times, a groundbreaking electric bus here can fully charge its energy system in just 10 minutes. But this incredible leap forward wasn't born out of a simple desire for convenience. It was forged from the crucible of necessity. A decade ago, China's rapid urbanization led to a critical environmental crisis. Major cities were frequently blanketed in a thick, hazardous smog, an air apocalypse that choked residents. The government, through decisive top-down policies, knew that to secure a sustainable future, it had to aggressively tackle urban pollution, and the most visible target was the vast fleet of diesel-powered public buses, a constant source of emissions and noise pollution in every neighborhood. The solution, however, wasn't as simple as swapping diesel engines for conventional batteries. The long charging times and battery degradation of early lithium-ion technology would have crippled the high-frequency demands of public transport. China needed a different answer, one that prioritized power over raw capacity, and they found it in a technology now ready for its moment, the supercapacitor. Unlike a battery, which stores energy through slow chemical reactions, a supercapacitor works on a much faster principle, electrostatics. This is the key difference between energy density and power density. Think of it like this. A battery is a large reservoir of energy, but it can only be filled or drained through a narrow pipe. A supercapacitor is like a wide open bucket. It may not hold as much, but it can be filled to the brim or emptied in an instant. This near instantaneous charge is made possible by advanced nanomaterials, primarily a form of processed carbon called activated carbon, and more recently, graphene. These materials are engineered to have an impossibly vast internal surface area. A single gram can have the surface area of several tennis courts. This massive area acts like a giant magnet for electrons, allowing the supercapacitor to absorb and discharge huge electrical energy in seconds, not hours. This makes them perfect for capturing the fleeting, powerful bursts of energy from regenerative braking. It's a physical process, not a chemical one, which means there's no ordinary battery chemistry to degrade, no long waits for chemical reactions to complete. Just a pure, rapid flow of power. This fundamental difference is why supercapacitors can endure over 1 million charge cycles, compared to just a few thousand for a typical battery, with negligible loss in performance, often outlasting the vehicle itself. This durability fundamentally changes the economic equation for transit authorities, eliminating a major and often unpredictable long-term cost. So, if supercapacitors hold less energy overall, how can they possibly power a bus for an entire day of operation? The genius of the system lies not just in the vehicle, but in the infrastructure built around it. Instead of carrying a massive heavy battery pack, the bus carries a much lighter supercapacitor bank. This system operates on a principle called opportunity charging. At the end of its route, the bus takes its longest charge, that full 10-minute top-up, often at a depot with a dedicated high-capacity grid connection. But along its route, at designated stops, it performs flash charges. An automated pantograph delivers a powerful jolt of energy in as little as 30 seconds, just the time it takes for passengers to board. The bus is never running on a full-to-empty cycle. Instead, it's constantly grazing, sipping energy throughout the day to stay perpetually ready. This graze-on-energy model unlocks a cascade of benefits that go far beyond just speed. The reduced weight from a smaller energy storage system means the bus itself is more efficient, consuming less energy per kilometer. The incredible longevity of supercapacitors eliminates the need for costly mid-life battery replacements, drastically lowering the total cost of ownership and reducing hazardous battery waste. Furthermore, they are inherently safer. With no volatile chemical reaction, there is virtually no risk of the thermal runaway and fires that can plague certain battery chemistries, providing critical peace of mind for operators and the public alike. They also perform exceptionally well in extreme temperatures, both hot and cold, where traditional batteries often see their performance plummet, making them a robust and reliable solution for cities worldwide. Today, China has deployed a staggering number of these vehicles, creating a blueprint for the electrification of public transit. But the journey isn't over. The main limitation remains range, which is why many newer designs now feature a sophisticated hybrid system, pairing supercapacitors with smaller batteries. In this setup, the supercapacitor handles the high-stress work of acceleration, shielding the battery from damaging peak loads and extending its life. This combines the best of both worlds. Ultimately, this technology is redefining the very concept of refueling. It signals a paradigm shift away from the 20th century fill-up model to a 21st century ecosystem of seamless, integrated, and automated energy transfer. The lessons being learned on these bustling city streets are already influencing transit planning worldwide as other nations look to replicate this success. They could redefine the future of public transportation globally and ultimately reshape how we all think about the potential of electric vehicles.